What's going on, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. Today we have an S&E's Garage first. This is our first tow-in. Today we are working on a car that I have featured in the channel before. This is a 2009 Honda Accord EX with the K24 Honda K-Series 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. And it presents today with a no start condition. We have done two aftermarket starters from Rock Auto in this car in the past year, and they have both, let us down. So let me just show you real quick what this thing is doing. I already went ahead and tested the battery. I know the battery's good, and it's not presenting itself as having a battery issue. What you're going to see here, when we go to turn the key, you hear the starter spinning, but it's not engaging. Now you'll see this car has 124,889 miles on it, so it is still rather young in the import, Honda, Toyota car world, and it is in pretty decent shape. This is his daily driver. He commutes for work, so he doesn't want to get anything too fancy. So what I do when something like this happens is I talk to my customers. Listen, this is the second starter we've done in this car, third starter we've done, and you've now had to pay me to put a starter in this car 3 times. If you're going to be keeping this thing and want it to be reliable for any more than a couple of months, we really need to think about getting an original equipment starter for this car, for your peace of mind, for your reliability, and just so you don't have to keep paying the labor on it, because this is a little labor intensive. We don't have a lift. So the easiest way to replace these starters is to go ahead and pull the intake manifold, because it's down under this intake plenum. So what we did is we went ahead and we ordered there's 2 different starters you can get for these from Honda: a reman with a core charge and a new one. So this Rock Auto starter, along with the previous one, were both under warranty. The first one he opted for an exchange for another one. I went ahead and put that in. This one only lasted a couple of months. So what we're doing now is he's going to send that Rock Auto starter back once I get it out, just get his refund, and we're going to go ahead and put an original equipment Honda starter in this car, and hopefully that takes care of all of his starting issues. So right now, like I said, the car does not start. It is in my driveway, as crooked as can be, and once we get the starter in, it's on order. We're going to go ahead, we're going to use one of the golf carts. We'll get it in the garage, and then I'm going to show you guys, exactly how to replace a starter on this. And I'm kind of glad that we're going over this, because this is the kind of thing that us as professional mechanics really need to stress to our customers. This car is a 2009, and up until 2020, it gave him 0 issues. That starter lasted for the better part of 11 years. And really, if you're looking to keep a car long term and you want it to be reliable, sometimes it's better to spend a little more money up front and buy that original equipment part than it is to go aftermarket, because it can be hit and miss. You can get a great aftermarket, starter, alternator, things like that lasts for another, 10 years, or you can get the one that lasts 2 months. And we've been pretty unlucky with this car. So like I said, we're going to go ahead, put an original equipment starter in it. As soon as it comes in, we'll get it in the garage, and we'll tear right into it. Now, a lot of questions that I get asked, not only on my YouTube channel, just in person, or just professionally as being a mechanic, is, hey, Stefan, what kind of car should I buy? I'm looking at a new or a used car, and what's your opinion? And one of the first things, or the first 2 brands that come to mind is Toyota and Honda. And both this car and my 07 Camry that I have in the back that I daily drive are really a testament to why I say that. Other than our starting issue with this car, which is caused by cheap aftermarket, replacement parts, you'll see that other than needing a little bit of a cleaning, the interior of this car is in remarkable shape for having 128,000 miles. I mean, our Honda emblem here is just a little worn out, but you'll see There's no rub marks or wear throughs on this steering wheel. The steering wheel is still in good shape. These seats still have very nice bolstering here. As you can see, you know, they're not worn out. There's no rips, there's no tears. My buddy Mike has a daughter, and as we all know, kids are not easy on you know, your vehicle. And the car is just holding up very well. Like I said, up until this past year with these starter problems, this car has been absolutely flawless for him. We'll see the radio. If we go to FM, tune it up to a good station. These cars have always had really nice radios in them. It still sounds, you know, great. And what's nice about these cars is they still look good. They are still, you know, they're relatively modern looking. So you can get into a car like this under 150,000 miles, between 6 and 9 grand, depending on where you live. And I think that's a great value, because you're getting a car that has relatively low maintenance costs. These cars really don't need much. They don't have timing belts anymore. They don't have ignition wires anymore. You change the spark plugs every 100,000 miles, and you do your trans fluid every 60,000 or so. Maybe coolant here and there. It's basic stuff. These cars, Hondas and Toyotas, really don't need a whole lot of maintenance to keep them on the road, and that's what's great about them. I just wanted to take some time to walk around the outside of the car. I know it's getting a little dark, but you can see this paint still has a really nice shine to it. This car doesn't get any type of special treatment. Like I said, it's a commuter, so it probably hasn't been through a car wash in a little while, but you'll see the paint is still in very nice shape. Now, these Hondas are known for wheel well rust. You'll see this wheel well is okay, but on the other side, we do have a little bit of rust starting down here. But again, this is a 2009, so it's already, you know, 12, 13 years old. It's been through 12 or 13 winters with the salt in the salt belt. And, you know, it's not uncommon for a car this age to have little problems like that. But overall, the car is in nice shape. And I think that once we get an original equipment starter in this car and get everything the way it should be, that he's going to have another 100,000 miles of trouble-free driving out of the car. So if this video helped you, maybe you're looking at a car, maybe you're looking at buying an aftermarket starter and you want some opinions on it. If I were you, if you're going to keep the car for any more than a couple of months, definitely go original equipment. If you're just looking to get the car running so you can sell it, go ahead and put that aftermarket in there. But if you're going to keep this car and you want it to be reliable and you want it to be dependable, go original equipment. That original equipment lasted for so long for a reason. It's built better. It's made to last. So please like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.